Hi, I have a story for you about two dogs. And one dog was small. His name was Boss. So this is Boss. And the other dog was big. His name was Bobby. So this is Bobby. And Boss, the small dog, Boss lived in the house. This is the house. But Bobby, the big dog, he did not live in the house. Bobby lived outside. So not in the house, outside. Bobby had a dog house. So this is his dog house. And this is grass. So Bobby lived outside in a dog house. And Boss lived in the house, but he did not live in the house alone. He lived in the house with a man, an old man, a grandpa. So this is the grandpa. He had a stick and he had glasses. And so Boss and the grandpa lived in the house. And in the house there was a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. In the bedroom there was a bed. So this is the bed. And in the kitchen there was a table and a chair, and in the kitchen there was a fridge. So this is the fridge. And what is it? What is a fridge? Well, people put food in the fridge because in the fridge it's cold. So this is the fridge. And there was a bathroom. In the bathroom there was a bathtub. This is the bathtub. And there was a shower. This is the shower. Okay. And one day the grandpa went away. Maybe he went shopping. Maybe he went to visit his friends. I don't know, but he went away and Boss was alone in the house. And there was a window. The window was open. And Boss, that's him. So Boss looked out the window and he saw Bobby. So Bobby was outside and Boss, he saw Bobby and he said, "Hey, what you doing?" And Bobby said, "Nothing." And Boss said, "Hey, come into the house." Bobby said, "Really? Are you sure? Is that okay?" And Boss said, "Yeah, of course. Come here." And so Bobby jumped in through the window and Boss and Bobby, they were in the house now. And Bobby looked at the bed, he looked at the table, he looked at the fridge, and he really, really liked the fridge and the table and the bed. And he said, "Hey, this is awesome." Awesome means very, very good. So Bobby said, "This is awesome." And then Boss opened the fridge, and in the fridge there was lots of food. There was sausages and cheese and jam, and Bobby and Boss, they started to eat the food. And then Boss said, "Hey, let's go to the bedroom and let's jump on the bed." Jump on the bed, up and down. But again, Bobby said, "Hey, really? Are you sure? Is that okay? What about Grandpa? He will be angry, no?" But Boss said, "No, it's my bed, and it's my fridge, and it's my table, and it's my house. So if I want to jump on the bed, I can jump on the bed." So they went to the bedroom and they started to jump up and down on the bed. And then they started to play. They started to run around the house and they played. And in the house there were some lamps. So that's a lamp. And there were some vases with flowers. So that's a vase with a flower. And there were some cups. So this is a cup. And Boss and Bobby, they played, they ran around, and they broke the vases and the lamps, and they broke the cups. And then they were tired, because tired means they had no energy. They were tired because they played so much. And so they went to the bedroom and they lay down on the bed. And Bobby said, "Hey, this bed is awesome. It's very comfortable, very nice." And so they were on the bed, and then the grandpa came home. And he was really shocked, right? There were two dogs on his bed, and everything was broken. The lamps, the vases, the cups, they were broken. And there was food on the floor. This is the floor of the house. And there was food on the floor, like jam and sausages. And there was water on the floor because the dogs broke the vases. So there was water on the floor. The floor was wet. Wet means there was water on it. So it was dirty, it was wet, and everything was broken. And the grandpa was really angry at the dogs. So what did he do? What did he do to the dogs? What do you think? Well, nothing, because he loved his dogs. And when you have dogs, the children, sometimes this happens. So he just cleaned the house, and that's it. And that's the end of the story.